This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment educational purposes only. Don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, the GME RICO conspirators who are naked shorting GME don't know what to do with themselves. They can pay mainstream media to put out articles that the brick and mortar game selling is dead, but what they can't account for is the $4 billion in cash that GME is sitting on. They can't find a way to twist that narrative into something negative. And at this point, they know that shorting GME is a fool's errand, but they do it anyway because they can't get out the play. And you guys know I blame the SEC for not doing their job, because had the SEC been reining in these bad actors when they first started catching them naked shorting and trading in front of their clients and doing all other levels of shenanigans, the situation wouldn't have gotten so out of control. Okay? Had they took some licenses to trade, had they referred some of these cases to the FBI or the DOJ, a lot of the fraud and corruption would have been nipped in the bud and everybody else would have fell in line. But because the SEC refused to do what they were mandated to do, that is why we're in the situation we are right now with the United States stock market. But the bad actors, naked shorting GME, they know they are in trouble. They know they're in trouble. They know that they're going to be running to bankruptcy court, which might not be able to help them, or they'll be running to their politician buddies asking for a bailout. Anyway, here are the GME numbers. You know these numbers are fugazi. They're reporting a volume of 16,767,171. These numbers mean absolutely nothing because we have no idea what they're doing in the dog pools. We have no idea what they're doing on the other exchanges. I mean, that's really the bottom line. They're still reporting 26.78% is DRS. I believe the numbers are a whole lot higher. That's just my opinion. Calls in the money spiked up a little bit. They're 83,296 and at $30, 77,522. Now, in any other industry, any other stock, we would be thinking gamma squeeze. We would be thinking gamma squeeze. But because the SEC does nothing, the DOJ does nothing, the FBI does nothing, no gamma squeeze. They'll just create more counterfeit shares. They'll just lend the same shares over and over again. And because retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules are losing money, our regulatory agencies, our law enforcement agencies stay quiet. They stay quiet to the obvious fraud and corruption. I mean, in my opinion, based on my education, my experience, it's overwhelming, okay? Overwhelming, the evidence of fraud and corruption in the GME play. They're claiming 43.1% of the volume is shorted shares, so somehow they found 7 million GME shares to short into the market and manipulate the price. Now, if you have a big group of investors claiming that there's fraud and counterfeit shares, do you think that the regulatory agency or the law enforcement agency would at least do an investigation to prove that there weren't any? They should, but they don't. Nobody cares where these 7 million shares came from. Where did they originate? The chain of custody. Nobody cares. And then they're claiming they can cover all their GME shares in 2.55 trading days. So they keep adding more counterfeit shares on top of more counterfeit shares. They don't cover any of them, but somehow they can cover more in less time. Absolutely illogical. And they're claiming the short interest is only 13.39%. Absolutely incorrect. But they control the data, they control the narrative, but we are no longer dumb money. We're doing our DD, we're paying attention, we're reading between the lines, and we're using our common sense to know that these numbers make absolutely no sense whatsoever. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think they can keep adding counterfeit GME shares every day, but the days to cover all the GME shares are going down? They're adding more, but they could clear them up in less time. Does that make sense to any of you? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.